Hello everyone and welcome to my first video on YouTube. My name is Fernanda and all these things are things that happened in my life 1.5 years ago when I decided to change my country and put all my energy on myself. In this 1.5 years, I finished my MBA in Bryan Tracy University. I learned how to regulate my nervous system, reading a lot about psychologists and actually studying different approaches. Today, I will speak about psychology of the process or neuroscience of the momentum. It's not theoretical, it's not motivational speaking, it's just things that I know that it will help you. So just to start, I want to explain a little bit how your brain works because there is this chemical called dopamine that everyone has. And probably you listen that dopamine is the hormone of the happiness. But actually, it's more than this. It's the motivational to pursue chemical and how it works. When you have a task and you finish the task, your brain releases dopamine to you and you feel happy. And when you feel happy, you say, okay, let's go. I want to do it again. But here is the problem. Your brain just releases dopamine when it believes that the action that you take, it will lead a reward. So what happens when you are working in something but you don't see results? Your brain thinks like, okay, but effort doesn't matter, so why keep trying? Without dopamine, you start to feel stuck, dismotivated, and most of the people quit. The scariest part, the more longer you stay stuck, your brain more reinforces that belief. So literally what happens is that your brain starts to sabotage you. And the good part about this is that you can hack this. You can retrain your brain to start to release dopamine again, even if the results are not visible yet. Remember this, dopamine needs rewards. But what happens if you are in the middle of the journey and you are not achieving your goals because it's a long time? You have to at least see visible progress. So step number 1, redefine what counts as a progress. Probably right now you are just measure outcomes. It can be numbers in your scale if you want to lose weight. It can be your bank account. It can be followers in Instagram. And of course, if you don't see that these numbers change, you feel stuck. But that's not true because progress is not just outcome. Progress is showing up when you even don't feel like. This is disciplined progress. Doing the work when you don't see immediately results. This is resilient progress. Not quitting even when your brain told you to is mental strength progress. Learning from your failures. This is wisdom progress. And all of these, they're invisible progress, but actually they are the most important ones. The outcome is just byproduct, but the real transformation is in who you are becoming while you are pursuing. And this is so important. There is a statistic about people who earn lottery and they are broken in the later 3 or 5 years more. They don't have the mental strength, they don't have the skills to keep the finance or the goal that they want. Think a bit about it. If you really want to keep the thing that you really want to achieve, the first step that you have to have is to have the mindset and the skills to hold it. So how you can convert these invisible skills and something that you really can see, track it. There is a lot of apps or things that you can do in your computer, but write down in a piece of paper and a pen because your brain uses so much sense and actually the new neuronal paths are so much strong if you just write down. But how you can track these invisible skills? It can be in a calendar or it can be just in a notebook, just doing a box with every day. For example, discipline. And you just track with a ticket. This is progress that your brain can see. If your brain is able to see progress, you will have dopamine and you will have momentum to continue to do the things. So just track it. Not difficult. Step number 2, micro evidence. Your brain feels stuck because there is not evidence that the effort has regards. So we are going to give it evidence. Small, every day. How you will do this? For example, get in shape. If your goal is get in shape, the smallest thing that you can do every day is to do 10 push-ups every day. If your goal is to grow your business, the small thing that you can do every day is to send 10 emails for new clients. Every time that you complete an action, your brain will release dopamine and you will feel good and you will want to do it again and again. Actually, once you are in motion, motions feel better than stop. And here is the most beautiful thing. Because once you start, it's so much easy, just keep going. Just continue. But even if you don't keep going, if you have to do 10 push-ups and you stop, you have create evidence because you did it, what you say. So you start to have more self-respect for you and your brain said, she is someone that I can trust. And every time that you do that, self-doubt start to be weak and weak every time. Because doubt lives in this gap between what you say and what you do. Do it every day. Pick a goal. Make the goal the smallest as possible and do every day some tasks that it gets you close to your goal so your brain will start to believe that efforts matter again. Because what these micro evidence loops do is to create a new identity for you. You stop to being someone who start and quit and start to be someone who follow through. And once these shifts happen, everything changes. Step 3. Celebrate before the outcome. Most of the people celebrate just when they hit the goal, the main one. And this is a mistake because if you have a goal, you know that you have a journey, you have a gap. And if you see the goal so far away, it's impossible that you feel motivated. So what we are going to do is celebrate the actions, not the outcome. For example, you didn't want to go to the gym and you went, celebrate. You were super scared for this call, but you did it. Celebrate. You stop to talk with yourself so harsh and you start to be more compassionate with yourself. Celebrate. Important. Don't celebrate with food. Don't celebrate with parties and don't celebrate buying stuff or exploring and wasting your time. Celebrate by pausing, acknowledging. Celebrate out loud. I did it. I am able to do it. Your brain doesn't know the difference between celebrates an outcome or celebrates an action. It just knows dopamine, it was releases, it feels good, I want to do it again. When your brain clicks the process, you stop being stuck and you start having momentum. When you really learn how to enjoy the journey, the main goals becomes just a bonus, not the only thing that giving your life meaning. Step 4, remove friction and add accountability. Sometimes stuck happen because the environment is not helping you. So we are going to redesign it. Remove friction for good habits and put friction for bad habits. It's easy. If you want to go to the gym, put all your clothes done the day before. If you want to eat healthy, don't buy junky food because if you don't have this food in your home, it's so much easy, just don't eat it. You have this group of friends who doesn't have the future that you want, don't go out with them. Work in your business, so delete the social medias in the time that you really want to be focused on the important things in your life. Make the right choices, the easiest choice. And how to add frictions to bad habits? If you know that you have to work, put your phone in another room. You want to stop to eat junk food, so just don't buy it. And here is the more powerful part, accountability. You know what? It works better than any other system to tell someone what you will do and to report to them how is the process going. Not for judgment, for proof. Evidence that someone is watching. I do it with my best friend and it works every time because actually the times that I don't tell him the things that I am doing, he asks me. So this positive pressure, it makes me doing the things even if I don't feel like. External accountability creates momentum because it's not just you. Now, someone else knows, so you don't want to disappoint them. So use that. Step 5, the trick. Trick, I can say, that I use every day, but it really helps me and to make my momentum automatic. It's stupidly simple, but it works. It's to say every day to yourself, I prove myself that I follow through. I follow through. I follow through. I prove myself that I follow through. And why this works? It works because your focus changes from the outcomes to your own actions, which depends 100% of you. So every time that you do the things, doesn't matter how small it is, you have keep that promise to yourself. So you have create evidence. Do this for 30 days and see for yourself what happened. Not just for the results, but for who you are becoming. Because you will become someone who your brain believes in. Now, here's the thing. If you feel stuck and you know that you are working hard and the results are not how you expect and the self-doubt are louder every day, you are reinforcing that you are not able to do the things. Every day that you stay stuck, every day that your brain gets better to being stuck. The neuronal path that you are reinforcing now are the pathway of the doubt, of giving up, of self-doubt, because the longer you wait, the harder it gets. I am not telling you this because I want to scare you, but this is the truth. The thing is, you don't have to do it alone, and actually you shouldn't. Text me in WhatsApp now. My WhatsApp is in the description. I work one by one with entrepreneurs, high performance people, or just ambitious people who really feel stuck in their life, creating a system that really helps you and to have the mindset to achieve and to hold the goals that you have. Physical training, how you can see, mental resilience, and daily accountability on the structure that make the progress inevitable. The guarantee that I give you, if you show up, if you follow the program and you don't see any result in your physique, in your self-concept, in your self-love, and in your goals, I will give you all your money back because I know that it works. Text me on WhatsApp, don't hesitate. And also, if you want to know more about books that you can read, seminars that I went or I recommend to go this year, persons that I highly recommend to follow, just text me or drop your comment below. I will read everything and I will answer you very happy. Time is passing anyway, so the version of you in 6 months more is either say thank you to take right decisions today or wishing you had. Which one do you want to be? Before you go, I really want to know the persons who are seeing my videos, so drop a comment about what you do or what is your main goal this year so I can plan the next videos. I highly recommend that you subscribe and turn on the bell because the next videos are insane, super interesting. I hope that you enjoy and I hope to see you in my next one. Thank you to see.